Hi, friends. So there's a few questions that I've been getting asked a lot, and there's two of them mainly specific that I want to touch up on, and one is Matt, when are you gonna feel fully better again? How long is this process? And two is, what were your signs and symptoms before and during? So the first one, thank God we're healing day by day. We're healing day by day. It's a process. It's a whole process. My mercury levels were very very high. Um, the doctor believes that I need 10 sessions. After that, we're gonna test and see how much my mercury levels have dropped. I'm currently on 4, and she says people usually start to see better results after 3. But again, it's difficult. People's bodies are all very different, slow and steady. But I can honestly tell you guys, thank God, thank God, thank God that we're healing day by day, day by day. I definitely feel better than I did yesterday or the day before that. So, all thanks to God, and we're pushing, we're fighting. And don't get me wrong, there's still moments. So it's weird because it comes in like phases, but those phases are still pretty difficult. Not too comfortable leaving the house yet, but soon enough, soon enough. I'm praying, and I know, I'm already healed, and I'm be back out, back, just back at life again. So the second question, signs and symptoms. Um, the symptoms that I had felt before were extreme anxiety, right? And it was to the point where I didn't want to go do things. uh, People wanted to go out, and I'd be like, oh, I'd rather just stay home. And I don't know, it was weird. It was just like a weird feeling. Like I didn't like in those moments. I just didn't want to do anything just because of that anxiety, right? And then I would feel a lot of uh, tingling and numbness, right? I would feel it up my neck, down my arms, even my legs, but extreme, very very extreme. And I'm like, what's going on? What's happening right now? Another thing that I had felt before was like a depersonalization, derealization. I don't know what it's called, but almost just like if you're out of body. Those were also very difficult because you're just like, what's going on? Like you're out. I was still continuing to try to do things, right? I would go to church. I'd still try to go out. I'd go eat dinner with friends or whoever, and it was like, this doesn't feel right. Like this is just weird. Like I don't even know what's going on. So those were very 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 intense feelings, and it was just always a constant feeling of doom also, or like, how do I even explain that? Just negativity, thinking just negative, the worst thoughts every single day. And I'm like, bro, how? Like, I'm a pretty positive person, I would like to say so, but in those moments it was just like very difficult. So those were definitely things that I had felt before. I'm trying to think of what else, if so I don't skip out. Oh, this hand would like lock. These fingers would like lock up. Like not even lock up, but like I'd keep them straight. I'll be driving and I just know that these are straight for some reason. Like wouldn't do it intentionally, but I noticed that, which was strange. I don't know. And then, uh, I would. There was also moments of heart just pounding, racing, right? But then when things started to really like take a turn, right, it started to just drastically uh, impact my life. Intense palpitations, right? Intense heart palpitations. Um, Almost feelings of like, almost like if I were to pass out, right? Like my vision would like close in on me. Even while I was driving, like those were scary moments. I'd have to pull over. What else? Like if the absolute worst was about to happen, it was like panic attacks, but like on a whole nother level. It was just weird because it wasn't just like overwhelmingness, like panic attack, like, oh, what's going on? But it was like it's a biochemical panic attack, which is totally different. It's insane, right? And then so I started like feeling those. It was just strange. I don't know. And then when it really like smacked me, to the point where I just had to stay home every single day, those were probably the worst feelings of my entire life. Of my entire life. It would come in phases. So it would be like 2 hours of just straight biochemical panic, pain, um, barely able to walk in those moments. I would need help walking to the restroom. Even then, like it was just I was just like I don't know what's about to happen. I have no idea what's about to happen. And then so I would like just go to walk only to the restroom, because even then, like I said, it was difficult. Like I told you guys before in the previous video, got to a point where they had to push me around in a wheelchair. That's how bad it got. Extreme feelings of imbalance, um, and my heart would just pound, like jump up to 140 in those moments as well. And then I would just go lay back down and wait for it to pass. But even in those moments, you can't. Oh, extreme brain fog. You can't think of anything. Can't think of, as positive as you wanted to be. You couldn't think of anything but what you're feeling. That pain. You're just like, just extreme pain inside your body. And I hate. There's just it. It felt like death. It felt like it was insane. It was absolutely insane, in those moments. And I would just have to wait till it passed, right? And in those moments, I would also feel like if I extreme difficulty breathing, right? I'll take a deep breath, but it felt like I couldn't. At those moments, it felt like I couldn't feel anything. Like it didn't feel as if I were breathing at all in those moments, and so it was very hard, very hard. So then I had to wait for that to pass, right? And once it would pass, I would feel good for about, let's say, 30 minutes max, right? At least like better. Boom, another 2 hours of just that straight agony and suffering. And it was it was terrible. Just the worst feeling you can ever possibly think of. I I myself compare it as to like going to war, and the opposing I think I said this in my last video, but yeah, like if the opposing side captured me and just started torturing me. This other person, Josh Mason, who dealt with the same thing, he explained it as if someone's holding a gun to your head every single day, and you're just like in that like I don't even. It's hard. It's really hard to explain. But anyways, um, those were intense, and some other symptoms were extreme twitching, body twitching, random, everywhere, arms, legs, my butt, like hamstrings, my neck, and I'm just like, what's going on? Like everywhere twitching, and not even that, my muscles would be spasming too. They would just like start like almost like trembling, uncontrollably, and I'm just like, what's going on? Like I didn't have any control of it, and it would be there often, so often, and thank God everything's not to that extreme anymore. Now it's just, let's just say it's a lot less. Again, how I said, it's still very difficult, but definitely not those like agony suffering. Still suffering, um, but not to that extreme of like I don't I don't even know what's about to happen. Um, but those were pretty much some of the symptoms that I felt, or at least that I can remember or think of at the moment. What else? My eyes got extremely yellow. I think I talked about that in the last video. Another symptom would be like chronic like burping. I don't know. That was weird to me. But I mean, again, people are very different. There's a lot of things that go into like heavy metal toxicity, right? People can be very high on mercury and these levels, but it won't affect them. So there's a lot of things that go into it, as in like chronic stress, leaky gut, right? Even parasites, and there's these other things called candida and SIBO, whatever. So it takes a few things for it to get to the extreme, to get really bad. But hopefully that doesn't happen to you or anyone else. But these are just some things that I had felt before. I thought it was normal to live with anxiety, but it's not normal. And it's crazy because even now in this detox phase, I don't feel that type of anxiety as I felt before. And I'm like, whoa, like this is a huge difference. Because even though that there's still times of very difficulties, it's I don't there's not that like anxiety anymore. It's so weird. It's so strange. There's brain fog, and bro, brain fog sucks. Brain fog sucks. Hate it. And I'm praying it doesn't come back. But yeah, I've noticed that is there's just not like that anxiety anymore. which is amazing. And so I used to think it was normal living with that, but it's not. There's things that cause anxiety, again, leaky gut, parasites, heavy metals. These things can cause anxiety. So I recommend, I mean, I don't know if you want to live with it, cool, but or take pills for it, cool. But I think I do believe that there's an underlying cause, and I don't think it's normal to live with that day to day for sure. I would recommend seeing a functional medicine doctor or holistic doctor and really like tell them everything that you're experiencing, because I think they help tremendously. Thank God for the two doctors that are helping me right now. They're amazing. They're crushing it. And even though like the process has been steady, slow and steady, I do see progress. I see constant progress every single day. And now it's just, again, I know I'm healed. God healed me. Now it's just a matter of time catching up and my body catching up. So yeah, so those are just some signs and symptoms. Um, I believe that within next week I'm be back at it again. But I mean, who really knows? It's all in God's timing, not my timing. So I am doing the best that I absolutely can, and I'm happy. I'm happy to be alive. I'm grateful. I'm very grateful, and all thanks to God and everyone around me who's really helping me and checking up on me. My family's been there every single day. I'm so grateful. I'm blessed, truly blessed. And those friends who reach out, thank you guys too for showing some sort of support. So yeah, so those are just some of the signs and symptoms that I would feel before and during. And I'm on a speedy way to recovery. Thank God, thank God, thank God. We're healing day by day. We're healing every single day. We're healing every second. Um, all thanks to God. So if you guys have any questions, just drop a comment or DM me or whatever. But I'll see you guys later.